you don't have to when I'm here. It's more of for obvious reasons. Darn it.
Turn one.
I forgot to, there we go. Oh, dude. Justin, let's do it. Let's all go assassin.
Okay. Or if I remember to, just I'm not at my computer right now because I'm microwaving some food.
Ah, never mind. It requires me to get out of the invites.
Ah.
Too. He's getting food, but go ahead. Go and throw him an invite if you want to, though. So, all right. Do you want to tell Jason? You want to tell Jason the plan today? So, Carla, are you changing your mind? You said Killerburger first. You only get one. Now you want those now. That won't count as a venture, though. Like that. Doing that will make Steam open up multiple times. So you know. So yeah. So you there, Houston?
Yeah.
So the clip to the headset that came with my soundboard, it broke.
Oh no.
So the clip that holds the right speaker, it just snapped off when I was taking it off.
Oh dear.
So yeah, luckily it's been under a year that I've had it, and so it's gonna have to be an RMA return. But you know, RMA process is not fun.
Yeah.
Because these headphones look almost brand new, and so should easily, like, that's just normal. That's just like not even, like, that's just weak, faulty plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is awesome. You there, Houston? You ready to hear some this restorative
What's
justice
awesome?
news?
What's up?
So, Illinois became the first state in the nation to eliminate the devastating use of cash bail.
Eliminate what?
Of cash bail?
They eliminated it?
Yeah, because it goes against if you presume someone's innocent, but then you have to hold hundreds. They have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to be out of jail while law is happening. Then it doesn't presume innocence, and a lot of people, especially people who are poor, have to like go through loans and like pretty much put their family very much in debt, so they're a slave of debts,
Right.
because of cash bail. Like it's like, okay, you're rich, whatever, like you can easily like afford that, but people who are poor are like, they're enslaved, and so they're in jail, which is terrible conditions. And so then they're much less likely to accept a plea deal, even if they're innocent, to get out of jail, or have a shorter term.
Right. That's unfortunately how our systems are.
But that's a big move towards like helping people, like helping poor and like actually people of color, because usually in the poverty line there's more people of color who are in poverty than there are whites. So
I do hope that's what turns out of it, comes out of it, that it helps.
all right, so this is really cool. So this is the email I got from the bail project. So I'll just read the email to you. Yesterday, Illinois became the first state in the nation to eliminate the devastating use of cash bail. In a landmark ruling, the Illinois State Supreme Court overturned an earlier decision and ruled that the Pretrial Fairness Act, which eliminates the use of cash bail throughout the state, is constitutional and will be enacted law as of September 18th. This is a huge win to uphold the presumption of innocence, and with this decision, Illinois has become the bellwether for bail reform across the country. Dale Gasper, Bail Project Chief Executive Officer, said, "Today, the Illinois State Supreme Court affirmed that we always know that cash bail is un-American. It upends foundational American rights, that everyone was equal under the law and innocent until proven otherwise, and it has no place in our state statutes or constitutions. Where it exists, cash bail creates a two-tier system of justice. One where those who can afford to pay bail get released, and another where those who are too poor to pay bail are forced to remain incarcerated while awaiting trial." So for years, the Bail Project has been working on the ground with community leaders in Illinois to end cash bail and create a new pre-trial system that works for everyone. With cash bail gone in Illinois, it's time for policymakers to immediately fund and scale effective non-financial alternatives to cash bail, like court notifications, travel assistance, and referrals to crucial supportive services that help people return to court and avoid justice system involvement altogether. That's just awesome.
I do hope that it turns out for the best, because as usual, politics.
Oh, Charlie, that's not in yet. So restart the game.
Was I not in? Because I accepted the invite.
On our screen, you were in. Maybe you forgot to select your deck. Oh, now let's change our profile.
You let me know when the new invite comes in, because I wait.
All right. I'll let you know when the new invite comes in. All right. We're gonna set the point. You don't want to forget that. While we wait for you. I'm sticking. You should go back to your old one. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know. Whatever your old one was, you should go back to it. That's all I'm saying. Just go back to it. Yeah, go ahead. Stick with that. That's a really good one.
I swear you're right. That one is such an idiot. Oh, anyway, I'd best get back to work. Next round's on me, Dusa. And you take care.
You take care too, Miss Meg. Thanks for the drink. Bye now.
Oh, Charlie, you should go back to Assassin's Creed one. Darn it. Justin and I both went Assassin's Creed so that we could be a meme.
I like. What do you mean about Assassin's Creed then? Like,
Do the Assassin's Creed avatar so that we could all be the Assassin's Creed avatar.
oh, you mean the avatar? Where do I change that?
You just click your profile in the top right,
Okay.
and then like there's overview, customization, and there's
Wait, no, Corey. Go back to selection.
I'm already.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
No, it's
That's also
Sure.
Assassin's Creed. It actually isn't. It says in the description. Speaking of that,
What's cooking?
all Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Use them wisely, my friend.
My design for Assassin's Creed.
Here you go. I'll have that nectar.
Forget everything else. Make it all video games I can't even play.
For me? Are you quite sure? You know, this vintage must have made it all the way up from the surface to the mountains, then to here. We've both had distant journeys, haven't we?
Don't forget to do this.
Well, I, for one, am certain this vintage here has journeyed to the right place. Please enjoy it. You know, that painting in your bedchambers, it turned out rather well, didn't it? Some very talented shades around here.
Oh, it's beautiful. I tried to persuade your father to hang it out in the hall, but he's too coy about such things. Though I like it where it is. A reminder to us every day and night.
Still can't believe you let me hold a spear.
Tell me something, boy. Zagreus. Why did you do all this? Return the queen. Go to such lengths. At a certain point, you must have learned the
That's
way I felt
Valhalla.
about her.
It's Valhalla.
Yet
It's-
still you
oh.
persisted. If I were you, I'd not have done me any favors.
I know that. I know it anywhere. Actually, you don't.
I didn't often stop to give it much thought. I just knew I needed to find her. And then as soon as I did, I knew I needed her in my life. In other words, doing you any favors was never a priority, Father. Just ended up that way, I guess.
I see. I appreciate your candor. Nevertheless, I thank you. I do not know how you accomplished what you did.
Has he
but
sent
know that
invites
I'm
again?
grateful for the outcome,
He's still choosing
even if I failed to act like it
rules and
much of
settings
the
and things
time.
like that.
No, I'm not.
You're welcome.
So can you turn off no bluffing so we can
Father, I know we can't exactly change the past, but we can try to move forward. Look, I know I'm not even supposed to have this stuff, but everyone likes it. Won't you try it at least? Here, take it either way.
I can dispose of this properly. Speaking of disposal, I've no further need for this here, so rid me of it, why don't you?
I heard birds
way
of
out.
Taco Bell.
We're gonna do Killer
Really?
Burger later.
Father, I
Even though
I'm
I would
about
love
to-
Taco Bell. Char, do you want to do Taco Bell instead? Or do you want Killer Burger?
I want Taco Bell.
Oh.
No, Killer Burger. I don't want to have diarrhea for the rest of my life. No, I want
Taco Bell does not give diarrhea.
It's it's more of a meme.
I know, but it's like people believe it so hard that it becomes truth.
Oh no.
That anytime they poop just because of bad diet, it's the Taco Bell.
Quite literally.
Say Taco Bell.
And I know a bad diet. And I don't get that.
Well, it's more for me spiciness, but then I add like hotter stuff than what Taco Bell serves. Is the volcano stuff still a thing? Is that still
It should be,
happening?
yeah.
Sweet.
Just gets covered in like brown. Everybody in the world.
It's not that spicy.
Mm-hmm. Is it tasty still? It's been a while. I don't remember if it was tasty or not.
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, invite Char.
The taco is actually pretty good from there, so.
Windows open. I gotta invite you 2 times, Jerry. Actually, make that another one. Okay, you wanna make it 4?
I agree with my brother in that the volcano taco is probably the best one on the menu
Oh, really? Even better than the burrito?
because it's a lot more flavorful of the. Cheese sauce.
9 times. I think that's enough.
Okay.
More than 9.
I accepted your invite.
Oh, you say accepted? I'll give you 1 more.
You're not in yet.
I am coming in. Yep, it's loading in.
And 1 more. And another one.
You fix your microphone?
Hi, Justin.
Hello, Jason.
All right, I'm in.
For all Assassin's Creed. Hold on, Justin. Are you using the frame too?
I didn't even look in that, so no.
Yes! We're all using the same frame too. This is awesome. And I think, yeah, me and Charlie are both using the same background and cards because he told me what background he was using. Well, he showed me while he was making it.
But yeah, if you go to Taco Bell, that means you can get the Zero Sugar Baja Blast.
Really,
I'm
Charlie?
so excited.
Bro, ski macaroni.
Just presented an opportunity for me to jump in. Thank you.
You can break it. Well, okay.
Ouch. Did he draw it?
Oh, I mixed it.
Gosh darn you.
Go, go,
Bro,
go.
bro. It worked. Bro, how did that work?
Ah!
No, I insist. I will make you have a turn, Charlie. Get your turn back.
Owie!
Oh, ow. That hurt. But I don't even have a draw to it, so if he stacks it, I'm over. Banana! 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 I've seen a lot of people do it. It's not that good. I don't actually
Interesting.
know. Because it doesn't really do anything. Because most of the time you could just like hold it.
I wasn't going to say anything. I did draw it, but I was like, I'm not going to tell him that.
Wood, you're so... Corey, Corey, you're so rude.
Why you have to be so rude?
Why you gonna be so rude? Why you gonna be so rude? You don't get 10 Charlie, sorry.
You hurt my feelings.
Spam that ham!
Broski macaroni. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out, bro.
Oh.
No, I don't want to. Oh my god. Charlie. No.
No greens.
Bro!
Oh. What a draw.
The phrase is gong 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 gong. Don't challenge it. Gong 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 equals overpowered. But I just don't like red. Sorry.
It's no lady.
Dang it!
Hey, 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 hey!
Why did I jump in?
Oh, exactly 100.
The target is 200? Yeah. Why?
You wanted a shorter run. That's okay.
Because it just was... You can't say gong 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 in the beginning. That doesn't work. You say gong 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 gong. That never works in the beginning. It only works when you're drawing cards.
Let's skip your turn again, Char. Oh.
Touch grass, bro.
Well, since you said that, Char, go ahead. Take your turn, Jason.
This is just rude. Corey, should we stop and let him have a turn? Dude, imagine just jumped in there. That was delayed. I think that Justin could have jumped in. Oh. Yeah, speaking of.
You just seem low on cards.
Corey. You
Yeah.
missed it.
Did I, eh?
No, I didn't look at the microphone when I did it.
Jason, take your turn anyways.
Aw, thanks. But since Corey's turn is going to be next, I'd rather you not. No, 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 no. Karma, 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 karma. That is karma, karma, karma.
Okay, please.
No, 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 no. Okay. Oh, you scared me.
Man. Is Justin going to win? We'll see.
I think he's gonna play here. Yep. But I don't know. We don't know what his last card is.
I'll take a gander.
Let's find out. I think it's a red.
Oh, it's a
It is a yes.
That was wild. I like sevens. Corey,
What's up?
you don't deserve it to be green. Ah,
What a cute little monkey. I'll take my turn. Oh,
why?
I don't mind.
Why? Oh, thank you, game. Gungan Giga. You just have to thank the game whenever you do this. Charlie, are you really? You know what? I insist. I insist. It's your turn, so you take it.
Gong, 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 gong.
Imagine you just gotta skip.
Gong, 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 gong. That's wild. That's wild.
How do you know?
That's it. If it goes in.
Oh my god.
Gong, 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 gong.
Charlie, I
Gong,
said,
gong, gong, gong.
bro, dude, I told you Gungan Giga doesn't work. It's gong 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 now. He said gong 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 and I got a card, but when he said Gungan Giga, I got nothing.
Yeah, it's gong, gong, gong.
Way better. Bro,
That's it. Gong, gong, gong.
Yeah, no red.
Charlie, thank you for saying it. Bubble gum. Bro,
Gong, 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 gong. Gong, gong.
Charlie, stop being so lucky.
What?
You just keep saying gong 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 and then I get a card to play. no! No! You fool! Okay, maybe I'm the fool.
You knew your plan.
Bro,
And you decided
Bro.
no.
are you serious? Bro,
That is a deep brow.
I insist, Corey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
Thank
let's see
you.
if Charlie just
Yeah, he won.
did he win?
Is it a while? Oh, crap, I won.
It's a wild. How
Bro.
many points is that for him? Oh, that's game.
It's a
Bro.
one shot.
All
Yeah.
that from one game.
Do you guys want to do another Uno game?
I already quit.
Okay, so that's not. Do you guys want to read then do Taco Bell? You want to do hour first and then do lunch? Okay.
Oh, yeah, have a good time. I'm gonna go eat.
Okay.
Can I sign out of Michael's account outside into my really fast?
Nope. It's not time to focus on media.
Bye, Justin.
All right, super hydrate char. Oh.
It works.
So,
Gun, 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 gun.
me and my mom were hanging out, right? And she's like, so I bet that Corey's about to call and Charlie is gonna ask if you can come over and hang out. And then less than a minute later, you called and asked if I could come hang out. What are the chances?
You ready? All right. All right. We'll wait for Jason to move right here.
No, we actually started. No, grab it, get it. That can have. Jeremy! In the window.
Mm. As long as it flows all the way and doesn't leak.
Why did I?
That's fine. As long as the AC is not on.
Nope.
You hear it. It goes.
What? Go. Let me know.
Geez, Sterling, more crazy. Thank you for your kingship and your rule. Thank you that we can, on the earliest time, just engage visual narratives. Something that, it's just a great joy. Thank you for creating the world where actually video games exist. Jesus, may we use it and redeem it, call it to you. May we look at the stories and see how you and your good news of the gospel set the world straight, set the things right. So as I write the writings of the ancients, please reveal to what it means to the original audience, and in turn what it means in light of your death on the cross, your destroying of the empires, where they lost their rule, and in your resurrection. For that resurrected body we also look forward to. Death has no power over us anymore. Amen. All right.
Wait, hold on. Thank you for cheeseburger. And sorry to my bubble after we talked.
Okay. Exodus chapter 6 verse 2 through chapter 7 verse 13. My people, your God. God spoke to Moses and said to him, I am Yahweh. I appeared to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as El Shaddai. But my name Yahweh I did not make known to them. I also established my covenant with them to give them the country of Canaan, the country in which they resided simply as aliens. I have also now personally listened to the laments of the Israelites, whom the Egyptians are treating as serfs. And I have been mindful of my covenant. Therefore say to the Israelites, I am Yahweh. I will bring you out from under the labors of the Egyptians and rescue you from their serfdom. I will restore you by an outstretched arm and by great acts of authority. I will take you for myself as a people, and I will be God for you, and you will acknowledge that I am Yahweh your God, the one who brings you out from under the labors of the Egyptians. I will bring you to the country I swore to give Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I will give it to you as a possession. I am Yahweh. Moses spoke thus to the Israelites, but they did not listen to Moses because their spirit was worn out and their serfdom harsh. Exodus chapter 6 verse 10 through chapter 7 13 summarizes God's instructions to Moses about going to see Pharaoh, Moses' hesitation, and God's commission to both Moses and Aaron. It also includes a list of the heads of the Israelite households and of the members of Moses' family. All right. So, how did God reveal? What name did Yahweh? When God revealed, what name did God reveal Himself to Moses? Well, that's how Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob know Him, was El Shaddai. But to Moses is Yahweh. And so now He's saying, I'm going to establish you a people, right? You know what serfs are? They're pretty much people who work on behalf, like on the commission of like Pharaoh. So they're no longer. Serfdom was like a huge thing, especially in Russia. So like.
By the way, Corey, how many books have we finished?
So Emil was under feudalism. So serfdom was the status of many peasants under feudalism, specifically related to manorialism and similar systems. It was like a debt bondage and indentured servitude with similarities to and differences from slavery, which developed during the late antiquity and early Middle Ages in Europe. Ooh, that looks like a fun little video. Could explain the difference between serf, peasants, and slaves. So what is a serf? What is a serf? Yeah, because you're making noise and not paying attention when we're talking about it. So I need you to pay attention, my friend. Okay? What's up? You know what it means. Oh, okay. So again, a serf is kind of like indebted bondage. Like the pharaoh owns you and all your, like, you are in debt pretty much to them. And so you work the land, like, and you have no rights, kind of thing. Okay, you guys ready? I'm discussing their wedding with a young couple in my student Bible study group. The wedding is a lovely thing to be involved in, and not only because it will happen within sight of the beach, but because it brings home to me as a Brit one of those quaint features of U.S. culture. People devise their own marriage service as if they were the first people who ever got married. When they are reinventing the wheel, however, a couple will always include a mutual commitment. Will you take this man as your husband? Will you take this woman as your wife? There is an analogy between the marriage relationship and the relationship between us and God. There are limits to the analogy, in that there is a hierarchical aspect to our relationship with God that is not present in the marriage relationship as God designed it. But both are characterized by mutuality. That mutuality is seen, for example, in God's self-giving to us and ours to God. God's self-surrender to us and ours to God. God's commitment to us and ours to God. So mutuality, do you know what that word means? So it's like commitment to each other. No, it's like Yahweh's committed to us, and so we are committed to him. That is the former relationship described in the second account of God's commissioning Moses, which forms a reprise of the first account in Exodus. Having access to two versions of a story, the compilers of the Torah often include both because the event is important and or because the second account has distinctive things to say. Here God first recalls making a covenant commitment to Israel's ancestors. The commitment God has been thinking about. The time has come to do something about the promise this covenant involved. But there was nothing very mutual about that covenant. All God was doing was making a promise for the future. All the ancestors had to do was implement the sign of circumcision. Covenants do not have to be mutual, but now God is going to introduce mutuality into the covenants, making it more like a marriage. This is now possible because God is making the covenant not merely a promise, but actuality. It could seem that God had forgotten the covenant commitment, as Moses perhaps had in failing to circumcise his son. But God is now mindful of it. God is going to bring the people out of Egypt and take them into the country God had promised. And therefore God can look for a more solid response than merely a sign like circumcision. I am Yahweh, God says. In Genesis, God made that declaration to Abraham and Jacob. But Genesis did not quite mean that this literally. God here knows that the actual name Yahweh was not revealed to them. There was not untruth involved in portraying them as in relation with Yahweh, because Yahweh really was relating to them. But Yahweh did not literally use that name. You ready for clincher? As Exodus 3 described more fully, there is now a new name to go with a new stage in God's relationship with them and a new stage in God's activity among them. So what does the new name also symbolize?
God's activity among them.
It's like a new stage. So it's like, hear how Yahweh related to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Like, it's like he just promises. They don't really do that much exchanges. But now, since he's given his present name, he's a lot more involved. And so with him being a lot more involved, he's like, here's my name. I'm Yahweh. Henceforth in Exodus and elsewhere, God often begins speaking with this self-introduction. I am Yahweh. The implication then will be not that they do not know who God is. It is more like the president saying, I am John F. Kennedy. or I am Ronald Reagan, or I am Barack Obama. It means I am the one who has the power to do what I am about to announce. You can't believe what I say. And speaking of covenant action, as opposed to covenant promises, God introduces another key word, restore. Leviticus 25 and 27 will talk about the way restoration works in the human family, but Exodus 6 and 15 first talk about God's acting as restorer. While the human reality provides the image for understanding God's position and activity, God's reality and instincts underlie the Torah's expectations about the human family. Israel is part of God's family to whom God accepts family obligations. Israel has been pushed into the position of a debt servant who has lost possession of his land. So remember that debt servant when we talk about serf? So Israel has been pushed into the position of a debt servant who has lost possession of his land, but it will get free from its servitude and get back to its land. That will be the way Yahweh becomes God for Israel and Israel becomes a people for Yahweh. Exodus has made quite clear that this is already a relationship, but God's action in restoring Israel will carry with its Israel having a new form of commitment to Yahweh. The relationship involves not merely a promise that Israel accepts, but an act that Israel responds to. To put it another way, Israel will acknowledge Yahweh. That verb complements the earlier talk of serving, celebrating, and sacrificing. A Christian understanding of God often sees it as involving a relationship that feels intimate, warm, and inward, a sense of being near to God and cherished by God. The Old Testament believes in a relationship like that, but it doesn't call it knowing God. Ready for clincher? When it talks about people not knowing God or not knowing Torah, what it has in mind is that they don't acknowledge God or the Torah in their thinking and in their lives. It is the other side of the fact that God doesn't merely know about us and have a warm relationship with us. God acknowledges us and makes a commitment to us. God does more than merely know about the people's oppression in Egypt and more than merely be present with the people in their suffering. God acknowledges it, recognizes it, and does something about it. God affirms this in the first account of Moses' commission. In this account, God flips the coin. God acknowledges us. We are expected to acknowledge God. So acknowledge, is it more than just knowing God, knowing Yahweh? It's not more than that? Okay. So we are supposed, well, yeah, it's also to act. Acknowledge, tell people about Yahweh, yes. Worship. Like it requires stepping into. It's more than soft and warm feelings about Yahweh, about Jesus. But when you acknowledge, you are stepping into, like your actions symbolize that. So how can your actions symbolize acknowledging Yahweh, acknowledging Jesus?
Reading the Bible.
It's a good step. What else?
Praying before you eat and go to bed.
Just when you eat or go to bed?
Well, just more than that. Just like those are the times we would normally do it every day.
Those are good times. Yeah.
Yeah, like every time with my when I used to live with my grandma and grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we would eat, no matter if it was breakfast, lunch, or dinner, we had the same prayer that we would always say.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember you done it before when
Yeah.
we eat.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Yeah. What else? What other ways do we acknowledge that we know Yahweh and Jesus? Yeah, that's something. That's me.
Encouraging people to read the Bible.
That's another piece. Yeah. It's also looking at what Jesus did. Jesus' death and resurrection. It's for you, right? Oh, here's the clip that broke. All right, friends. I think we really nailed in the point, and we can start some media. No, you literally can just turn it, Char. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
press it.